Hello, my name is Jacob Colleton. I'm a consultant over at leonislaw.com. That's leonislaw.com. And today I'm bringing you the Complete Idiot's Guide to the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment reads, "A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed." Basically, every time I hear someone ask the question, why do we have the Second Amendment or what does it mean? I notice almost immediately they always look to Democrats or Republicans or politicians in general to give them the answer. And I, for one, got tired of all the arguing and debating and confusion that's out there. So I got this crazy idea where I said to myself, if we want to know what the Second Amendment means, how about we use this thing called common sense and we look to the writings of the founding fathers where they tell us in their own words why they wrote it. It's crazy, right? So anyways, people in general always argue as to what the term militia means in the Second Amendment. More liberal viewers claim that it means the state militia or the military or the army, those who serve the government. While the more conservative viewers argue that the militia is the people, that we the people are the militia, that we're the security to the free state. So I'm going to start off first by going over some of the readings of our founding fathers where they tell us why they wrote it and what militia means. The first one reads, "I ask, sir, what is the militia? It is the whole people. To disarm the people is the best and most effectual way to enslave them." George Mason, co-author of the Second Amendment, Virginia's convention to ratify the state constitution in 1788. The next, "The Constitution preserves the advantage of being armed which Americans possess over the people of almost every other nation where the governments are afraid to trust the people with arms." James Madison, father of the Bill of Rights, found in the Federalist Papers, number 46. Here's another one defining the militia. "A militia, when properly formed, are in fact the people themselves, and to preserve liberty it is essential that the whole body of the people always possess arms, and to be taught alike, especially when young, how to use them." Richard Henry Lee, American statesman, Letters to the Republican, number 18, in May 1788. "The great object is that every man be armed, and every one who is able may have a gun." Patrick Henry, the American patriot who once said, "Give me liberty or give me death." Next, "The constitutions of most of our states assert that all power is inherent in the people, that it is their right and duty to at all times be armed." Thomas Jefferson, letter to Justice John Cartwright, June 5th, 1824. And Jefferson also said, "No free man shall ever be debarred the use of arms." "Laws that forbid the carrying of arms disarm only those who are neither inclined nor determined to commit crimes. Such laws make things worse for the assaulted and better for the assailants. They serve rather to encourage than to prevent homicides, for an unarmed man may be attacked with greater confidence than an armed man." Also Thomas Jefferson during the proposed Virginia Constitution in 1776, found in Jefferson's Commonplace book. "Little more can reasonably be aimed at with respect to the people at large than to have them properly armed and equipped." Alexander Hamilton, also found in the Federalist Papers, number 29. And my personal favorite Second Amendment quote of all time, "The strongest reason for the people to retain the right to keep and bear arms is, as a last resort, to protect themselves against tyranny in government." Also Thomas Jefferson. And that's just to name a few, but what would these guys know? They're just the guys who wrote the Second Amendment. Right? So you see these idiots called politicians, they can argue all they want all day long about how to interpret it and what it means and what they want you to believe if you're dumb enough to believe any other reason to have the right to bear arms. But at the end of the day, they're not the ones who wrote the Second Amendment. Besides, most of these politicians, Democrat, Republican, vice versa, whichever one you support, most of them haven't even read the Constitution they swore an oath to. So next time you have a debate with someone you know on the Second Amendment, why don't you tell whoever you're arguing with to use common sense and read the writings of the Founding Fathers where they tell us why they wrote it. Until next time, Jacob Colleton, LeonisLaw.com.